Hey there, everyone. Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is my part of my New Year's resolution, where I go see every movie that comes out in my theater and do a quick little review in my car on my phone. So today I just went and saw 50 Shades of Black, and this movie was it's very 50-50, this movie for me, because I think it's sort of sketch-like. So it's some of these sketches almost were really good. It had some good jokes. There's some very good jokes, and then there's some very bad jokes. It ranges. It goes back and forth. But so I don't really know what to think of it. Other than that, it's sort of in the vein of like scary movies, sort of used to be, and they did those other ones. I don't know if it was a dating movie. That was it. And then dating movie, and there was disaster movie. They did all those ones. They started to really get really bad. I don't know if I ever really liked the first ones. It's been such a long time since I even watched them. But it's sort of in the vein of that. They're parody. It was a parody movie of the 50 Shades of Grey, which I haven't seen. And I could tell that there are jokes in this that are sort of more directly referencing what happens in that movie or the book. I haven't read the book either. And so I think it would have helped if I knew some parts. Maybe they would have been funnier at some other points. I kind of enjoyed it. I laughed out loud, which compared to the other comedies so far this year, I haven't really enjoyed any of the comedies I've seen. So it's actually at the top of the list for comedies. It might be at the top of the list of the movies that came out this year, not including the ones that were at limited release or a re-release sort of a thing, because of awards and all that. Because those ones would still be above it, but I kind of enjoyed it more than I was expecting. It wasn't terrible, but I was getting tired because it is, like I said, sort of sketch-like in that, but it's a bunch of the same, very similar sketches throughout the entire thing. It's the same actors, same like two actors basically the entire way with a few extras, some same or some different, but same ones throughout, similar jokes. It has a similar style, everything has the same tone. So you're basically getting a bunch of very similar sketches throughout the entire thing, so it can get a bit tiring, especially if, as I said, 50-50 on the jokes. Some of them, there was a lull for a little while where it was just tiring, and they weren't, it was a while before I felt there was something really that was actually pretty good. But I don't know, it wasn't too terrible. When they were bad, they weren't awful. They weren't the worst thing ever. They were just kind of like, okay, let's move past this. I think it helps that I haven't enjoyed any of the comedies, that I'm kind of aching for something that's at least somewhat funny, that at least I find somewhat funny. And so I think this did a decent job of being at least decently funny at points. And I laughed out loud. I said that. So I think, yeah, it actually, if you like that type of thing, if you like parodies, if you like those, like I said, scary movie, all those ones, if you remember those and liked those, at least early on, maybe the better ones, I guess, I'd go see it. I think it's actually pretty good. Um, but it's probably not for everyone. Um, that's all I really have to say about it. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fine. It was okay. All right. So that's that. I think, okay, so coming out this week we also have The Finest Hours, which I'll probably see tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I might see a different movie. There's also Jane Got a Gun. I might see that instead. And then there is Kung Fu Panda 3, which I may also see. I might also see that with my nephew. We'll see. And he might join me in the video for it, which would be cool, the first guest. So, until next time, you can follow me. That was a long pause. But until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at Daclus. Spelling's in the title of the video. You can follow Geek Wars Podcast on Twitter at Geek Wars Podcast. Go check out our podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Podcast Addict. Like us on Facebook. You follow our YouTube channel. Subscribe is what it is. Subscribe, like, favorite, do all that stuff. Comment. And until next time, I already said that. But goodbye and good luck with whatever.